time for confirmation. Hey, hey, oi, oi. Listen up, boy.
Guys, we're rolling episode something. Cheers. Let it down the hatch. Oi. Yeah, so amongst you didn't give a shit about the Super Bowl, right?
No.
Or did you watch it?
I still watched it, but I didn't give a shit. And
Was the game any good? I didn't watch it.
no, the game was pretty much a shit show to begin with. It was just total domination on one side, and you know those kind of games are fun.
I'm glad Philly won because I like the Philly people. I like Philadelphia people.
It felt rigged.
Did it?
It felt rigged.
Man, the whole thing is feeling rigged.
Everything that I watch nowadays, it feels rigged.
And see, here's what I always tell people too. They're like, no or whatever. I go, well, is there zero corruption in sports? There's not zero, right?
There's definitely not zero.
There's definitely not zero. We can all agree that something always is happening.
Yep.
And why wouldn't it? A lot of money is involved. Mm-hmm. If I had a fix, here's the conversation I was having with my dad, which is this is always a crazy conversation, but my dad claims that he wouldn't cheat if he had like an opportunity. And it was kind of like, when we got in that conversation with the Texas Rangers baseball, MLB. And you know how they were apparently calling I'm sorry, Houston Astros.
Houston Astros.
My bad.
Yeah, that was where they were doing the play. Yeah.
They're doing the plays, and supposedly they had a line on everybody's signs because they had video guys out there. They had a whole thing, which I love. But if I'm a major league ball player and I'm having just an average season, or maybe I'm a bench warmer, whatever, and someone's like, "Hey, Ian, so I know exactly what pitch is coming," and then in Major League Baseball, if you know what pitch is coming, that's a home run.
Definitely.
These are the best there is. How do you say, no, I don't want it because I'm a moral person? And what's moral? It's a fucking game, though. You know what I mean?
I mean, it is a game, but that would put me in a dilemma. I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't take the. I probably wouldn't either.
Because it's the difference between making all the money and sending your kids to private school. Because it's not just the game; it's money. It's a job, and at one point you're going to retire.
But that money to me would be like a last place trophy kind of thing. I don't even think
meaning that you do well, but you're like, well, I cheated.
Yeah.
See, but now is it cheating? Because in baseball, you do look for signs. You're trying to figure out signs. That is something you do.
Well, but it's all on you.
But they were using technology,
if you're given outside sources, that's definitely cheating.
I mean, or it's like if you're playing the stock market, right? You're in the stock market, and someone's like, "Hey, Ian, I got an inside tip that this shit is gonna crash, and you're gonna lose about $100,000." How do you not take the money out of there?
I mean, I would. Yeah, if you're getting insider tips like that, and it's gonna cost you money. Yeah, but
it's kind of the same thing, though.
Kind of, but. I mean, the stock market that's well known that shit happens all the time.
Because say you're playing for the Houston Astros and you're probably going to get dropped down to AAA. You're not doing well, and someone's like, "Ian, I got a tip. I know when fastballs are coming, buddy." And you're like, boom. You're like, okay, man, tell me what. I don't believe you, but okay, tell me. And boom, I hit 3 home runs that game. I'm like, oh shit. And they're like, Ian, maybe I'm not going to drop you down to AAA.
Yeah, actually, we're going to renew your contract for an extra $20 million, so now you get even more money off of that.
It's hard not to do that.
It would be hard, but I would still have to pass.
Very good. You guys are very moral. I would be like, what's the tip? Give it to me.
Yeah.
I guess depending on what kind of season I'm having. But I mean, it's like Martha Stewart got busted for insider trade, supposedly.
Yeah.
And all she did, someone gave her a tip and she pulled her money out. So she had to go to jail, right? Now it's a Martha Stewart jail. I'm sure she was chilling.
Martha goes to prison for that. So why not Pelosi and all these fucking
people? It's happening all over the place. Yeah.
I mean, they're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
People know about it. They fucking put it out there.
Yeah.
Like they don't care anymore.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, when it's come to where the morality of the world has gone in the shitter that far to where everybody's just out in the open, like, yeah, we're fucking stealing money.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to swing that way. They're going to be like, well, if they're getting theirs, I need to get mine.
Sure.
But that ain't
especially with the stock market too. It's hard to be like, hey, you're about to lose a bunch of money. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
What do you do? Because it's illegal, you keep your money in? You're like, I'm going to be broke?
Yeah, I mean, and that I don't understand the stock market, to be honest with you. So I really can't talk too much on it.
Man, I almost don't think anybody does.
Because
It's just it's up today, it's down today, it's up today, it's down today.
what
does that even mean?
It's a roller coaster, dude. Yeah.
What do you mean it's up today?
It's up 2 points, it's down 2 points. It's up fucking.
How do you know? But my question is, in that business, because it's how well that business is doing, how do we know in one day? How do we know how well that business is doing? They're sharing their numbers second by second?
And and if they're doing that, I mean, wouldn't there be a chance to rig those numbers too?
And you can rig the numbers by getting somebody very popular, like an Elon Musk or like anybody that's popular, to go, yeah, I'm supporting this company. Boom, it goes right up.
And get Cardi B with her fucking.
Yeah. Or you can go, I'm not supporting this company, and then it crashes.
Yep.
You know, it's silly. I don't think anybody knows. I think it's a gamble. It's gambling.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Because that's how the brothers are getting killed, man, because rappers are jacking everybody's money with all the gambling and all this shit. Because you get a rapper to be like Drake's like, I'm going for this. All the brothers start betting with Drake because they all love Drake. And then he's like, nah, I didn't really bet. It wasn't my money.
Oh,
sponsored money.
Speaking of Drake, that was the whole halftime show for for the Super Bowl. And it was that guy rapping and calling fucking Drake a pedophile. And I guess the
halftime show?
Yeah. And that's in his song. What's his name? Kendrick Lamar, I think it is.
Oh, I heard about it. See, that's the problem with things is that I know who that is. Yeah.
Right. That's exactly how I felt too, dude. Because the first time I heard that song, I was like, why the fuck am I hearing this song everywhere?
Is that the song that is calling Drake
like
a fucking...
They're not like us.
Oh, I've heard that song.
Yeah.
And that's about Drake being a pedo?
I don't know if it was that song particularly, because he did a couple of songs, but I just remember hearing the buzz afterwards, because once he started singing and shit, I walked away for a little while, and I even told my son, I was like, hey, tell me when the girls come out. And I went outside, and he's like, Dad, this girl's on TV. I was like, all right, I'll come check it out.
I saw a clip, not really.
There's a couple. Yeah,
they're wearing these weird fucking outfits.
The weird outfits, too, and they didn't bring them out till the very end. So
it's so bad.
And that's another thing that I was wondering. I'm like, why don't we have hot chick singers for Super Bowl halftime shows like we used to? We used to have the best of the best, man. We used to have fucking, Janet Jackson showing some nip. You had
which is funny how that became a big thing now.
Yeah, right.
Or back then, that ain't shit now.
No, that ain't.
What
nothing.
Are we talking about, guys?
Come on, we've watched people get whacked on live TV. You know what the fuck? It ain't a nipple. Who cares?
I know. I open up Instagram, dude, and I see fucking a beheading. And shit.
They had Shakira. Oh man,
Shakira. Ooh, let's go, dude.
See, I mean, back in the days, you used to get excited for that halftime show because you're like, I'm gonna see a hot chick. And maybe she's got a hit.
It's crazy how bad it is. Now, I didn't watch the halftime show. I saw clips, and I'm going, this looks terrible. And I'm trying to keep an open mind because I don't like rap and I don't like hip hop, and so I'm trying to keep the open mind. But I'm just like,
I couldn't.
Awful.
As soon as I heard it was going to be that guy, right when he came out, I was like, nope, I'm not even going to let him say one word. I'm going outside. Fuck this.
It's crazy, man. That's why we need. That's why we personally need to keep making music. The guys still, the bros still need to keep making music. TSOL, please keep making music. Write a new album. Sex Pistols are going back on tour without Johnny Rotten.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So who's going to sing?
Frank Carter. You know who Frank Carter is? Frank Carter and the Rotten. He's good.
I know that name.
Yeah, Frank Carter's good. But apparently, I don't know what it is. Apparently...
I mean, but could you still keep the name after? Is Jonesy going to be playing?
Yeah, you got Steve Jones and the other guy, and then you got... another bass player.
But still, at that point, when you don't have the voice anymore, I mean...
Or the attitude.
Yeah, I feel like you're still... the only ones that could pull that one off was, AC/DC? They lost their fucking main singer, and they kept going for a while.
Oh, and then Axl did it or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, stuff like that, okay. But when, what was that tour that Pantera was supposed to do? And of course, it only left in Pantera's Phil Anselmo and fucking Rex, the bass player. Both of them were sick.
Oh, really?
And they still went on tour. I'm like, can you really call it Pantera at that point? There's no members.
Yeah, I know. It's like if I went out and played Pantera songs.
Yeah.
It's just like, Hey, you're not really Pantera. Well, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. It says it right here.
Not just because you said so.
No, it says it right here on stage.
I got a shirt, bro.
I'm wearing a shirt. I'm wearing a fan shirt.
Got it from that scalper outside for $10.
That would be very funny. That would be very. Here's something. Makeup is so good that I wonder if you can do it yourself up like Phil Anselmo and just go out as Pantera.
What I heard
that would be interesting.
I've heard has been in the works. I don't know when this is going to finally come out, but it's the holograms.
I don't like the holograms.
So it's like the Beatles are supposed to do like a fucking world tour.
I don't like that.
And it's all hologram and stuff. I heard that was coming out. So I think that would be kind of cool, like for a band, you know, say you lost your guitarist or something like that.
Yeah.
And you're still on tour when you lose the guy. Hologram him in.
You're really just. I mean, I saw some of the I saw one that they did with Tupac, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe technology get better, but it still looked ridiculous.
Well,
to me,
when it was just Tupac by himself,
yeah,
I was like, it looks different.
He's all jacked,
but okay, you know, he looks different. But hey, it's something's better than nothing, I guess. And then when Snoop Dogg came out, and you could tell because Pac was all lit up, you know, like a fucking spotlight was on him, and you know, then you can see normal compared to it.
I don't like it. I think it's bad representation. I think it sucks.
Well, it would take a lot of money away from musicians, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, I think that's already happening anyways with DJs and shit, because you just come in with a cable and go boop, and then push play, and then people go, oh my God, he's such a crazy good artist.
Did you hear that one sound that he made?
Did you see that? Did you see that sound? But
he's really good at pushing those buttons.
Yeah, I mean it's very silly. But apparently, I don't know. Sex Pistols are not going out with Johnny Rotten because they don't agree with his politics. I guess that's something I read.
Well, Rotten has always been one to be hard to get along with, dude. Because remember when they had that whole panel with the Ramones?
He does seem that he's hard to get along with.
They had the Ramones. They had fucking Rollins. They had fucking and fucking Rotten and fucking who was that? Was it Dee Dee?
Yeah, it was Rollins, Dee Dee Ramone, Duff McKagan.
Yep, there you go.
And Johnny Rotten.
Yeah. And fucking Rotten and fucking Dee Dee just kept going back
and forth. Just kept going back and forth, which is kind of an argument I'd like to see, actually. Ramones versus the Sex Pistols, that was always kind of an argument.
That was, especially when we were kids. We're like, well, who came up with it first? And everybody used to say, well, who cares? I'm like, I care. Because if it's an American thing, that's pretty fucking cool.
It's cool, yeah. Well, I mean, the sound was different. It's kind of a weird thing. They go, who came up with punk rock first? I mean, it's like with the riffs, with the attitude,
the dress, the style.
Dress. I mean, what are we talking here?
Yeah, that's a fact. Because I mean, a lot of people. You mentioned the band earlier. A lot of people like to forget about New York Dolls.
Yeah.
They were fucking in what was it? 66?
Oh, was it that early?
I think they were around in 66.
Jeez.
68, something like that. But yeah, they were around before the 70s. I know that.
Because the Who's got a lot of punk rock riffs. So if we're talking like riffs, it's hard to.
The one I always thought that was kind of punk rock from the old school days was the Animals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, like they kind of had that. That feeling to it.
Yeah. The Monkees.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
Hey, we're the monkeys. We don't monkey around.
But I mean, that would be like today's NoFX.
Yeah, well, I mean, right?
They wrote music as a joke.
I think am I right about that? The Monkees is the original. I'm not your stepping stone. Hey, I'm not your stepping stone. I think that was the Monkees. Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Man, that's pretty cool. But I know that they really started writing music just as a joke.
Well, I mean,
which is pretty punk rock to me, dude.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean that is how bands have started in the past. Supposedly, that's how Snot started. Was like they were just a joke. And they turned out they were awesome.
Fucking around, dude.
Yeah, I mean things just click. Those are the greatest bands when things just click.
Because some of the greatest stuff that I've ever done in my life, I actually learned how to do by making fun of shit. You know, like singing to different tones and stuff. Most of the time, I was making fun of the person.
Okay.
Yeah, like fucking what's that dickhead from Green Day? I was like, and then fucking I did a karaoke and I sounded just like the guy. They're like, how do you sound like that? I was like, I'm making fun of him, dude. He sounds like a dude with balls in his mouth. If you ask me.
Well, there was a small section of where punk started to be like the loose mouth, like you got kind of like a flappy lip. Sometimes it's like very.
There was that.
There was a lot of that. No Effects was one of those, and
Yeah.
like a lot of those kind of did that.
Yeah.
And then that took off somewhere. But yeah, Green Day mastered the art of that one.
Yeah, that shit always irritated me about that.
Yeah, I mean, they're a tight band. The band is tight. Like they are tight. They know how to write catchy riffs. They're just sissies.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Complete sissies.
What are you gonna do, man? It's like, God damn. And what sucks is, who knows if they're all sissies, but we know the singer's a sissy, right?
Oh, definitely, 100%.
And that's what sucks about a lot of bands too, is like, because the singer's ideology is what carries the whole band,
right.
even if they didn't write the lyrics. Like Screwdriver, right? The singer Screwdriver took the ideology. The rest of the band was like, whoa, hey, easy, Jack.
I mean, when you think of Queen, dude, you're not really thinking the rest of the guys are straight neither.
Yeah, you're thinking of fucking Freddie Mercury going nuts with those incisors in his teeth, dude.
That's funny. Dude, what was that? That Nintendo game? It was a baseball game where they all had fucked up teeth like that, dude. I think it was Bad News Baseball.
Oh, really?
Every time I fucking see Freddie Mercury singing, I'm like, Bad
what a
News
crazy
Baseball.
character. Like, that's a real guy, too.
Yeah.
Where it was like, and he's an Indian guy, right? Or he's Pakistani.
His real name was Farrakh.
Right.
Where
I think
was he from?
I think he was.
I
I think he was Pakistani. I think.
No, was it?
Hey Siri, where was Freddie Mercury from? Let's see. Of course, I got a message in the middle of it. Hey Siri, what nationality is Freddie Mercury? From the United Kingdom. Yeah, I know, motherfucker. God, it never works. Siri never works.
Siri's a cunt.
Siri never works. These things never work for me. They never work. It just causes chaos every time. Let me just type it in. Here, let's see. Freddie Mercury.
I know they got a statue of him in his
Parents or
his
something.
hometown.
Yeah, okay, so let's see what we got. Zoroastrian religion. What the hell is that?
Never heard of it.
They're from Persia, but they have lived in India. And moved to Zanzibar to work with the High Court of British government. That was very confusing, actually.
Makes no sense.
Let's see.
I'm still lost. Let me see if I get
Zanzibar in India, I guess they're saying.
let me just see where his statue's
Western India.
Because I know they put one in his hometown. So I just look up his statue.
His hometown of what? Like his hometown. He was born, I think, in England. His parents are from fucking something weird. His parents, I think, are Indian. From India.
Where the hell is it at?
I mean, what a weird character with those teeth. And he knew it. He's like, I'm going to be a flamboyant rock star.
Never mind, that's not right neither. Because it says his statue's in Switzerland.
Okay, so that's way off of everything.
Who fucking knows, dude?
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah, he's
I think he's Armenian.
Yeah, he's Indian or Paki or whatever,
Yeah.
But it's crazy that this gay guy knew that he was going to be a giant rock star against his parents. So his parents are like, shit, my son is not only gay.
But everybody knows.
And
Because remember, back then it was real taboo, dude.
Sure. And especially as an Indian family.
Oh, yeah. Don't they disown you, I think.
That's why I guess the father's not talking to him, because he's gay and he wants to become a rock star. Like, isn't that crazy?
So it doubles down.
It doubles down. Like, he's not going to be a doctor or anything successful,
He's like, Dad, I got something to tell you. I'm gay. And he's like, fuck. And I want to be a rock star. That's it. You're disowning.
Yeah,
fuck out of my house.
Well, it's because, I mean, I do get it. If you're a young kid, especially if you are an immigrant and came to this country to work and try to better your life, and then your son's like, I'm gonna be a musician. You're like, come on, man.
Like, dude,
I worked my ass off so you can be a doctor.
There's probably not a future in it for you, son. Not everybody can make it.
And turns out,
And then it turns out to be a huge success.
Turns out a huge success. All the success. Yeah, I mean, he did fucking Bohemian Rhapsody, for God's sakes. Pretty crazy.
That's not my favorite song. My favorite song from them is Fat Bottom Girls.
Fat Bottom Girls, yeah.
You make the rockin' world go around.
What a weird song,
Hey,
dude.
but hey, that's the truth, though, man. And it's funny because now the blue hairs can't even complain about that because that's a gay dude talking about fat bottom girls, right?
Well, you seem to get it. You can get a pass, I think, with music with the blue hairs. You get a pass in music.
I guess.
I mean, obviously, every hip hop song in the '90s, you know, like bitches ain't shit,
but hoes and tricks.
Yeah, but hoes and tricks, you know, fucking, you know, G's up, hoes down, all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, where are the ladies on that one?
But black people get a pass. Remember?
Black people definitely get a pass.
They get a pass.
Black people, everyone gets a pass. But even, you know, and I guess not in white, you know, when white folks are playing music, it's really, white folks usually don't talk about that sort of thing anyways, usually in the music.
And it's usually white folks complaining too.
Yeah, except for, you know, like Springsteen's got, you know, with like 17, or, you know, he's got a few songs about like 16-year-old girls, a few of those.
Yeah.
But a lot of them do. She's only 17.
Yeah, there's, I mean, even in the 50s and shit, you know, a lot of the songs are.
But also people died earlier too. So I think there was a thing, and, you know, legally, it's still, some places are still 16. Mm-hmm. You know, it's still weird. It's still weird, guys.
Yeah, it is.
But
it's a slippery slope, that one.
Yeah, but I mean, in you know, like in the 40s, you know, people were dying from infection. So you get married at 16.
14.
Yeah, yeah. At 14, you better start looking for a husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like that
because they die at 28.
It's like that Family Guy where it shows the life of a gnat, and it's like, look, I've been alive for 3 seconds, so you know I've only got 16 more. We need to start thinking about settling down.
Which is true because gnats they're just born and die,
dude.
Yeah, same with, like, you know, flies and all that. Like they just live. A fly lives like a day or something.
Yeah, a couple of days.
Yeah, but I was thinking, were we talking about this already? Were we talking about this, or who was I talking about this? Because in their brain, it probably feels like an eternity.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's not like.
Because I mean, even to us, you know, a dog's life doesn't seem very long, but I'm sure to them that shit fucking felt long.
Right,
dude.
I bet you it did.
Yep.
Yeah, which makes me feel better a little bit too.
Yeah.
You know, when you lose an animal, you're like, well, they lived a long life to them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty. As long as it was a good life and not fucking torturous life like you're a 1960s actor fucking animal. You know what they did to animals back in that time?
I can only imagine.
You ever seen Milo and Otis?
Yeah.
Now that movie was done by the Chinese, by the way. But yeah, all those animals throughout the movie are all different animals. They just killed the animals all the time.
Because they kept eating them?
Well, that's the joke. That's a funny joke. But no, they like there's a scene where the animals are sliding down the like the cats are like, and it's cute, and they're going down the thing. No, they had to keep doing these scenes, so they kept pushing these animals down this cliff, and they just die, and they have to get another one. So they have them all in the fucking. It's crazy, dude. It's fucking insane.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, look that up. All those animals, they went through like 30 of them.
Oh shit!
And then they just had a bunch of pugs, you know, little pug dogs that all look the same because they go, well, this scene we have to throw this one down off the cliff here.
It doesn't matter what country though. It seems like countries, whenever they make movies, somebody's getting fucked up somehow. Like The Wizard of Oz, when I found the horrors of that fucking thing, dude. Asbestos for snow, the fucking the silver fucking paint for the Tin Man.
Oh, I heard that one.
Caused cancer on the
Holy
guy and
shit.
shit. The fucking lion had to sweat and wear a fucking real lion mane suit.
Oh, really?
And just drip fucking sweat in there the whole time. Dude, you know. Oh.
That's very funny.
Yeah, like the shit they
But
put
there's,
those poor people through.
Who
dude.
is it? God, there's an old Western actor. I can't remember. I don't think it was Charlton Heston, but it's
Clint Eastwood?
No, but where he invented the act against animal cruelty in movies. He has a whole thing now, and I forget what it was.
I know who you're talking about. Wasn't he the old guy in City Slickers? I think you're right. Yeah, I think it was him.
Yes, the guy who plays Curly in City Slickers.
Yeah.
But anyways, there's that act because back in the old West days, they'd fuck these horses up. So if there's a scene where the horse, you know, goes off a cliff, they just run that horse off a cliff. They don't give a fuck, dude. If there's a scene where horses get shot, they just shoot the horse.
And you know, because they're having the horse do so many different things, probably break their legs, and then they
Yeah.
Bring out the next.
So it was, and imagine being on, all these people on that set are all cool with that. Because I'd be like, hey, I don't think the movie's this important.
I think,
you know?
I think, yeah, we'd definitely be more like Wyatt Earp and be like,
I'd be like,
hurts, don't it?
Yeah, I know.
Release that stud.
But it's like, it just, the people shooting it too. Oh, sorry. The people shooting it are just like, and there's horse number 5 we're murdering. All right, there we go.
Yeah, and you could tell nobody cared because how still the camera stays, dude. Because you don't even see like a what the fuck kind of jump
it's
or
wild.
anything, dude. You know?
It's fucking insane, dude. You're like, yeah, in this movie, we're going to kill a total of 40 dogs and 40 cats. Is everybody cool with that?
You're like, nah, fuck this movie. Sounds like your writers got to do something different.
Yeah, this is ridiculous, guys. What are you doing?
Oh, shit.
Fucking lame, dude. But, I mean, even still, I think these days, well, what was also the Little Rascals? You hear about those kids in Little Rascals? Like a lot of the...
I remember there was something with that. What was that one?
Like they were so serious about getting these scenes in Little Rascals. Like a lot of these kids are jumping and diving off of shit. Like they'd get hurt and they'd be like, "Get your ass back!" It's just like these kids, and then they would like lock these kids in the closet so they, you know, like if they didn't perform the thing that needed to happen, they'd be like, "Well, look, you're not going to be out for lunch. You got to be in the closet now. This is what you get." So the kids would be like, "All right, I'll do the stunt. What do you want me to do? Dive on my head? All right, we'll do that." Yeah, read up on the Little Rascals. Like those kids got fucked up.
That's fucked, dude.
And parents would be like, "Do what they say, damn it."
Yeah,
you know,
you better bring home that check. I don't care what they tell you.
Yeah, parents. Those are the stage parents.
Yeah,
the crazy stage parents. Mm-hmm. And what they're doing is trying to live their dreams through the kids.
Yeah, nowadays they usually put their kids into beauty pageants and fucking all that.
Those
all
are
that
weird,
dude. Those are some of the weirdest parents I've ever fucking seen, bro.
Is it weird? They're putting lipstick on this little tiny
Telling
child?
your fucking little 5-year-old to be sexy?
Yeah, they're wearing tops.
What is wrong with you?
What are you doing, dude?
Right?
You see that Jean-Benet Ramsey doc?
Nah, I can't.
I watched a little bit because it is insane, and I couldn't hang in, but it's insane. They still haven't solved who killed the girl.
That's fucked.
And they claim was it the parents? Was it the uncle? Was it the like you're just like,
yeah, because didn't it all really point to the parents?
Yeah, it kind of pointed to the parents. There also a lot of it was like, it was so weird how like nonchalant about the death of their daughter was with the parents. They're like, it's sad. Yes, it's sad. But why are you killing this little girl that you dressed up, you weirdos?
Right. Yeah. Insurance money? I mean, was there a payout?
I don't know. I didn't finish it. But either way, it's weird. All that's weird. The kid's the kid has a top. He's got a 2-piece on. What are we doing?
Right.
You got a top for what? What does the kid have?
What's the purpose of this?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
I don't. And then you're like, this kid is the prettiest kid. Like what? What are we doing? We're doing pageants for kids?
I'm sure I know who the judges were on those panels. Shit. And they're probably all doing time right now.
They're all voting for Kamala is what they're doing.
They're definitely doing that.
But
they're sad Biden didn't run.
And I'm going to keep rolling with this, by the way. Can we get rid of some of the outfits and some of the little girl sports too? Can we do that?
Right. Yeah.
Volleyball maybe?
Yeah, I feel you.
You feel me on that?
I do.
And what's weird is you can't really mention this to a chick. I don't think chicks really understand. But like I've mentioned this to my girl. When we were staying in Huntington Beach in the RV, and they have volleyball classes and they have beach volleyball in Huntington Beach. It's pretty cool. They have beach volleyball sports, and these are like junior high girls, and they're wearing the tiniest shorts. And I'm going, God, that's fucking. And I'm like, that's weird, right, baby? And she's like, what? She's like, well, that's the outfit. I go, I know it's the outfit. But like I can see their shit. I can see their junk, dude.
You can still play with some fucking sweatpants.
Yeah, and I go, hey, how about or just regular shorts? Have some gym shorts. Why do we gotta have the little tight things? And I'm walking like this. I don't even want to look. Yeah. This is crazy, dude.
You're just like,
it's fucking weird.
It's nothing for me over there.
There's literally nothing for me over there, dude. I'm trying to find are you of age over there? Okay, cool. God damn, dude. What the fuck? But can we get rid of those shorts too for underage kids?
I'd be all on board.
I don't think we need that.
No, we don't.
It's not needed, guys.
We don't, because even chicks soccer players do when they're kids, dude. The shorts are baggy enough to where they're not going to get in the way, and they're thin enough to where it's not going to weigh you down. whatever your motive is behind throwing tiny little shorts on little girls ain't gonna work. Because I've played sports and I know you're full of shit.
Yeah. All right. Here, I'll go a step further. I'll keep rolling with this. Now, we had on the wrestling team when I wrestled at Lakewood there. Mm-hmm. We had a girl. There was a girl, one girl. Now there are girl wrestlers.
Yep.
And our good buddy Angel coaches wrestling, and there's a female wrestling team now. There's so many of them now.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But you are interacting with the boys,
right?
And I got to be honest, when I worked out with the one girl in the thing, it went through my mind.
Yeah.
It's there. You're in these tight grips. You're never losing position to a girl ever. It never happens. I'm definitely holding her down. Like it's
yeah. My thing would be like, what if I accidentally get a boner? Because especially I'm a fucking teenage kid, dude.
Yeah, I never got the boner, and to be honest,
well, that's good. That's good.
Let's see if I'll be honest. Why not? We're the same age. I'm thinking like we were the same age at the time. There's moves called Oh Susie. And it's it's where you hook the legs and you're sprawling, and it's called a Oh Susie. The workout is called Oh Susie, and you go Oh Susie, because you do that in class, and everybody would look over to the chick like, just like, you know. Now my question is, if that's your daughter, you'd be like, I don't know if I want her wrestling with dudes, or am I just is that Ian overthinking? Because every dude, especially if she's cute.
I would initially think that, but then I would also think, well, at least she's learning how to fuck people up on the ground, too.
Wrestling for a lady is beautiful. It's a great thing.
So I mean, it's like a double-edged sword. Like, it sucks. She's wrestling nothing but dudes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, she's getting training on the inside of the school, so if some fucking asshole tries to fucking hold her down and shit, she's like, oh, I know this one. I'm getting you in a Saturday night, you know?
Yeah, Saturday night, banana splits.
Right.
I mean, all of it is... Especially for like a horny pimple-faced dude, you know? You're just like,
oh yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on you.
I mean, you've never touched a lady, you know what I mean? In that way. It's just like, you know, you're a freshman, for God's sakes.
And she's squirming. Some guys like that, you know?
Okay, that's a stretch. So I think, that's funny. But I think, okay, I give that an okay. Because I think we definitely want our ladies... I would definitely want my daughters boxing and also wrestling, jiu-jitsu, all that stuff, Muay Thai,
any kind of
taekwondo,
training
it's all good.
Fuck yeah, all about
that's
it.
all great because I think that's going to help later on in life for sure. So I'll get away from the wrestling one, but I did have the thought. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, because our brains go that way. It just does. There's nothing you can do about it as a teenage boy.
No, because
or as a grown man, really.
Hey,
yeah,
you got that constant fucking.
All day.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
All day, dude. Yeah.
You're like Night at the Roxbury where you're just on overload.
It's hottie overload. What's up? You forget how funny that movie is, by the way. Watch that movie. I implore all of you guys to watch Night at the Roxbury.
That shit is great.
It's the funniest thing you've ever seen, dude.
You just touched my ass?
Yeah.
Sir, I'm in New York. It's physically impossible. Got my eye on you.
Yeah, sir, where I'm standing, that is a physical impossibility, is what he said.
Got my eye on you.
Yeah. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that, all these things are odd. And I always, because I do this on the cast too, I go, Ian, are you just overthinking shit? You know what I mean? Like, it just, because now I guess I'm a grown man now. And I'm just like, you know, and I think about, you know, I have little people in my life, little people. I have my little sister who's 30, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just think about that shit.
But initially, you're right. The first thing that I think, I don't want her fucking just hugging on a bunch of dudes and shit, you know, and she's the only one. I mean, maybe if there was another girl, it wouldn't be so bad. But then, in hindsight,
now there's whole teams of chicks, so that's better. You know?
That is.
Which is cool, though, right? And apparently, like, Angel's female wrestling team is killing it.
Oh,
like,
shit.
they're just fucking... And I asked him, I go, what's the secret? He's like, you don't treat them like chicks. They do the same shit the dudes are doing.
Nice.
Now, obviously, there's more... It hurts more.
Oh, of course.
But, like, look, you know, we're not playing that game. We want to win.
You want to be a winner?
You want to be a winner?
Fucking loser.
Yeah, you want to cry and worry about finding a boyfriend all day. Who gives a fuck? Let's pin some bitches. But I think that's perfect for development. Like, the best thing I did, I think, was the small time that I wrestled. I think that's some of the best work that I ever did. You learn that you learn that dudes can fuck you up. Mm-hmm. So you get out of that ego. That ego checks you.
Oh, trust me, when I took Taekwondo and I fucking made it to the second belt, which is yellow belt, and they had me fight the dude that was right below the Grand Master and shit. So, dude, I didn't even see this foot move, E. I swear to God, we're squared off like that. Boom.
Boom.
I'm on the ground.
You just kicked me, motherfucker.
I come to, you know, the fucking, the white haze goes away and shit. And I was like, he's like, you all right, dude? And I was like, what the fuck just happened? And my buddy Pat was like, he just background kicked you. And I was like, I didn't even see you move, dude. And he's like, fuck, man, I'm sorry, dude. And I was like, that checked my ego real quick at the door. I was like, oh, I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah,
these ego checks, I do feel are important, but to an extent. I'm going to push back a little bit on the ego check. I think it's good to have the ego, because if you're constantly humble, you don't get nothing done. You know what I'm saying?
This is true. but at least that humbling was like, all right, when it comes to people's legs, I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing. When it comes to, you know, street fighting and stuff, I know what I'm doing.
A street fight's a little different. Yeah, you can grind it out a little bit, you know.
But normally dudes are going to throw kicks, you know.
I would say nowadays
they will.
Yeah.
But back then, not so much. And I was like, well, that's a huge advantage, especially when you learn your leg is 3 times as powerful as your fist. So I'm like, that's really going to hurt you. And then you kind of check your ego too. You're like, I just kicked the fuck out of this guy. And then you're like, you're going to break his shit. Like, you kick him, you're breaking whatever the fuck it is you're kicking. And you kind of hold back with that too, because you're like, well,
the kick is like right now is a great equalizer. Like, if you really like, hey, get off me, dude, and you just leg check him, and he feels that, and if he's never felt that before, especially on a calf or something like that, and that lactic acid fucking goes up on him and he can't walk on it, you're like, hey, I told you,
I fucking warned you,
I'm telling you, you know, so I'm gonna fucking hit you again, you know.
Yeah, because I seen that one where a guy thought he could fight MMA, and I think it was Strickland that was like, all right,
Strickland loves to do that.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just gonna give you one, and I'm not gonna give you full power. I'm gonna give you like 40%. Boom, kicks his fucking leg, and the guy just drops like a sack of fucking potatoes, dude.
Because a guy like Strickland too is where he's got that shell, and to people that don't understand, looks like he's not doing much. But you try to punch him, for some reason you can't hit him. He just slips everything. Yep. And it's really odd when you first feel that. You're like, oh, I can't hit the guy, but he can hit me at will. That's a problem.
Yeah, now he's just fucking toying with me.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, those things, and I always say this one, I've said this many times, is hand control. Once someone is able to control your hands and wrists, that also humbles you. You're like, oh shit, I can't do anything.
Yep.
And this is what I've always told women too, is hand control, to strip apart the hands. But anytime you're like, hey, I can beat up a dude, or like, I'm going to start a fight with a dude, real quick, try to take a dude's hand off your wrist. If you can't do it, forget it. Just stop it.
Yep.
Just stop it.
Just realize what's really going on.
And some of these dudes' hands are giant mitts, dude.
Right. Yeah, they're fucking bear paws and shit.
You ever shook one of those dudes' hands where their whole hand goes over your hand? You're like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
No,
you trying to big dog me?
Yeah. What I hate is when people come in short with the handshake and they grab onto my fingers.
Oh, that kills me.
That fucking pisses me off.
It cracks my fingers. Watch this. Yeah, it does that. You're like, God damn.
And you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Go in all the way, man.
Yeah, give me a boom.
Fucking right.
Give me right there, dude. Yeah. I hate that. I also hate when they try to do like interesting stuff with it. Like, if I'm coming in here, then they're like, hey, what's up, man? Like, they do that. I go, just fucking give me.
Yeah, switch it up on you like
that.
Don't
switch it. Like, if we haven't met before, just give me a classic.
Right.
Give me the classic, dude. Yeah. I mean, come on. But yeah, or it's just like, or they try to big dog you. They really grip it.
Yeah.
They do one of these things.
Grip the fuck out of it, and then I squeeze back, and they're like, oh.
Jenna has a friend of an old teacher of hers, actually, that hangs out. You know, he's like an old chorus teacher. He's a nice guy. Les, he's fun. His name's Les. And there's something about him, though. Like, every time he rolls in, he shakes their hand so fucking hard. And everybody has to say something about it, like, oh, look at that grip on you, buddy. You know what I mean?
And that's what feeds his ego.
Well, I think
you didn't say shit if you're just like.
Well, no, it's because it's so obvious. His whole arm's flexing. He's like, he's old guy. He's like 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean,
I don't know if he's 80, whatever. He's 70s. I don't know.
But that was the thing for older gents too. They're like, gotta have a good firm handshake. You know, that shows them what kind of man you are.
But if you were younger, I'd be like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah. But I have seen the opposite, too, where dudes come in like jellyfish.
Oh, that's worse.
That is.
The limp wrist, yeah.
That is. Have you ever done that to another dude because you didn't like him, though?
Oh,
Like, never, didn't even give a fuck about the handshake? Like, just.
I don't think I ever have, actually.
Well, this is the one that I do to people I don't like. Watch.
Go ahead, yeah. Oh, it's not limp. It's a box. It's a wall.
And trust me, the look I always get to him, like, what the fuck did I do, dude?
You're like, what is that? Yeah.
Just straight.
No, like where people to give you the limp one where they're like,
Yeah, the jellyfish is what I call it, dude.
That one's rough.
that one irks the fuck
Isn't
out
that
of me.
the episode of shit? What's Bobby? What is that one?
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. There's an episode of King of the Hill where the guy who's King of the Hill guy, who's the main
Hank.
guy, Hank, where Hank shakes the hand of George Bush.
That's right.
And he has a weak handshake.
And he fucking hated
And
him.
it killed him. Yeah,
dude.
because he loves George Bush.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
And
It started the whole feud between them.
Yeah, he was like, he shook his hand. He's like, oh. I do a pretty good at it.
Hell
Like,
yeah, dude.
oh, yeah, Bobby. Yeah,
Damn it, Bobby.
yeah, that's it right there. Damn it, yeah. And every show, in all these shows, all the kids or the boys are sissies. Do you notice they always do that?
100%, yeah.
Where it's in every single show, all the boys are sissies, and maybe that's a real thing because like you got King of the Hill, everything's about his lawn and being American,
Only one that's not is Simpsons. Like, Bart's never been a sissy.
Bart, yeah, that's true.
That's the only one, dude.
Bart's a troublemaker.
Yeah, shit, even the baby's a troublemaker. Shot Jordan, fucking Mr. Burns and shit, remember?
Yeah, the sissy is Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a sissy.
Yeah. But it's like, like Sopranos, where you have,
dude.
that kid's a pussy.
Oh, wouldn't that break your heart, though? I mean, here your dad's such a fucking, like, solid badass.
Like, he's the badass.
Yeah, and then his kid tried to ride on his tailcoats, his coattail dude, because he goes to school. And he's like, starts fucking.
Yeah. But I guess that does happen a lot, I think, because what the rebellion of a kids naturally rebel.
Yeah.
So if your dad's a badass, well, you're gonna be a sissy. Maybe that's the rebellion. That's the theory nowadays, actually.
Well, that does make sense because what was it? Fucking singer of the Doors, Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
His dad was a Navy admiral.
Yeah, and worked for the CIA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then you go from that to one of the world's biggest hippies.
To like, well, yeah, man.
Fucking take some acid, go out to the desert and see some
like the
fucking
world
wolves.
is like, yeah. And did no one be like, dude, your dad works for the CIA, dude. Don't give me this hippie bullshit.
And nobody said that, dude. They're like,
somebody had to have.
They had to call him a fascist, dude.
Somebody did. Yeah, that wasn't reported.
Guilty by association.
Yeah. I mean, if you start to learn, a lot of these guys are.
Yeah.
And a lot of that hippie movement, man, we call them the evil hippies. Right? They're like, yeah, man, I'm just here for the earth. And they start fucking you up with drugs. They're like, here, man. And then they steal your money. Then they're like, let me just borrow a couple bucks, man.
Then they become the guy on the couch.
Yeah, they're the guy on the couch, or they're Charles Manson.
Yep.
They just don't leave. He brings in his whole fucking crew, and they don't leave.
Every day you come home, there's one more body in your house.
There's one more girl. Her name's Squeaky. She's just in your chair. You're like, hi, I'm Squeaky. You're like, Squeaky? What the hell? Get out of here. And Charles Manson's like, look, I'm going to have to kill you if that happens,
man.
dude.
Look, man, I really don't want to have to kill you.
He goes, look, man, I'm part of this hippie movement. Oh, by the way, I cut the heart out of your cat. You're like, oh, shit, evil hippies, dude.
Speaking of weird brainwashing, I saw one the other day that I couldn't believe that this is still happening.
Oh, shit. Yep.
This guy claims to be Jesus Christ, right?
Okay, which is a lot of them. Yeah,
dude, and claims to be Jesus Christ, right? And there's literally hundreds of people that are like, oh, he's totally the Lord. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Talking now?
Yeah,
Nowadays?
Right now. At this moment, there's people following this dickhead.
Okay, so we got a new cult. Nice.
Definitely. So I wonder when the Nikes and the purple gear is going to be fucking brought out.
Yep.
We're going to find a bunch of dead bodies again, dude.
Yeah, I watched the doc, too, about a guy that, I think I heard that from Rogies, I think, was because he was going to buy the building in Texas from this guy. And anyways, it's a documentary about this guy that had a cult, and he's just like an ex-gay porn star. And then he started this cult, man, and people were just following him. And I think to this day, he moved to like the Bahamas or something. And he's started a cult there. He just has that
that
way about him.
You know that one Heaven's Gate where they all killed themselves and shit way back when?
The Nikes one?
Yeah.
Yeah. They drank the juice?
They're still around.
The cult?
The cult is still around. Still has members.
So what's the difference between a cult and like any other club, though?
Well, a cult has a small following. You know, it's not going to be, fucking thousands of people. It can, be up to.
Because can a cult not be dangerous? Can the cult be, everybody just hanging out?
It just seems like that they start off where everything is like a great idea. Like they want their own utopia.
Sure.
They want to be left alone.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I get it. They want to stockpile guns and shit like that to protect themselves.
Okay, you're speaking my language, actually.
Everything starts off good, but then slowly but surely, this one guy, he's got to fuck all the women in here.
Every time. He's always about, or fucking the guys. He's fucking dudes.
It always leads into that. And little by little, they never see the signs like, this probably isn't where I need to be.
Yeah, or you idiots, you could say no, too. How about that?
You want to fuck my old lady? Well, after I'm done kicking your ass, I'm gonna take all your shit and get the fuck out.
Yeah, like the one I was watching was like the guy's like, I'm not even gay. He's like, I'm not gay, and this guy, he kept hitting on me. Then eventually we fucked. He just brainwashed me. I was like, dude, you're gay.
I'm not even gay, but when we were fucking, we made eye contact.
Yeah, if I'm in this guy's cult and he was like, you could just rub my genitals. It's not gay. I'd be like, what are you talking about, you weirdo?
It's totally gay, dude.
It's incredibly gay.
It's gay everywhere in the world.
Yeah. So that's a hell no. Anyways, when's dinner?
Right? Yeah. How about them steaks?
Yeah, you assholes could just say no, you fucking weak-headed pussies.
He was like, no, but he was supposed to lead me to the Lord, so I sucked his dick.
Yeah,
that does not fit into the same sentence, dude.
Every single one of these documentaries, I find myself actually on the leader of the cult side. Because I'm like...
They're idiots.
I'm like, they're just fucking idiots.
I'm
like, idiots. Sure, you're a weirdo too, but I'm just like, hey, you idiots, you can just say no.
Right.
He's not physically holding you. He's just saying, hey, be in this house. And you guys are like, yeah, all right.
And the funniest thing is whenever they say like this guy's the new Messiah and shit, what has he done?
Right.
What has he done to convince you? I mean, it's not like the real Jesus where there's hundreds of people that fucking seen him after the resurrection, hundreds of people that saw him fucking crucified, thousands of people that were fucking healed by him. That's somebody you can believe in and trust. But with this guy that just says, hey, watch this magic trick. You see that? That's my thumb. It just came off.
Oh, you're like, oh shit!
Damn!
Oh my god!
That's all you had to do.
Holy shit! You want me to suck your dick, dude? Yeah, I'm in.
I'm not even gay, but $20 is $20.
I'm not gay, but pulling a thumb apart is pulling a thumb apart. I find myself all the time watching these things, going, "Just say no, you idiots!"
Right?
And you got you can go home. You can actually go home. Like there's people that want you home too.
Yeah. Definitely.
So like, stop complaining.
Yeah, because especially when you see some of these documentaries where the guy's like, "Yeah, I left my family because they didn't follow along with my beliefs, but this guy Jim right here,
Jim,
he's just a great guy."
Yeah,
like
old Jim who changed his name to fucking some weird name.
Old Jim that used to be Steve that was fucking an insurance salesman.
Yeah. You mean this guy and he's giving himself a guru name? Yeah, you just follow him.
Now he's Magic Mike.
Yeah, he's Guru Habib. He's a white guy. The fuck are you talking about? So stupid. These people are so dumb.
Yeah, they are. They're mindless. Idiots, dude.
Mindless idiots. All right, buddy, let's go jam. Cheers. Oi.
Listen up, boy, no hesitation. One more time, no stand aside. Past in history's telling lies. Keep you slow, they keep you high. It's 1, 2, they all come by. Ready as a college, take your shot. Lifting all the glasses, drink the lights. Soldiers on those afterthought. We'll leave our mark and now they're gone. Hey, hey, oi, oi. One more time for confirmation. Hey, hey, oi, oi. Listen up, boy, no hesitation. Hey, hey, oi, oi. Keep our heroes' destination. Hey, hey, oi, oi. It's our scene, it's your generation. Hearing cheers and hearing sighs.